let's see. I got one more thing I want to show you. Here, Biggie, look here. Look here. This is something you got to be careful about this time of year in the woods. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, you see that right there? See, focus. Come on, focus. You see that? Can you see how it kind of, I can't see it too good, but the hind end of it's kind of a red. Yeah, that's a deer tick. That was on Biggie. That right there, if you get bit by one of these, it's not, you're not guaranteed to get Lyme disease or anything, but they do carry it. So you got to watch out. And when I get out of here, I'm going to check my legs and things. But Biggie's most likely to have gotten that when he was down at the creek. This area here is not usually very ticky. But yeah, that's, I don't know why. I was hoping it could focus a little closer. There you go. You see that? You kind of see how the back of it's a red color. This is what they call a black-leg tick or a deer tick. So I'm going to get rid of this thing, and I guess we'll see what else we can find. All right. See you then. All right, baby. Let's get out of the way. Come on. Get out of the way. Here's something. Here's something else that's neat. Look here. Right here in the middle of this road. Look at this. It's some kind of a lichen or some moss growing here. Look at that. See, there's worlds of wonder right under your feet. You never know what you're going to see. You just got to keep your eyes out while you're out in the woods. Now here's I was walking back down toward the house, and you know, we was talking about those grapevines earlier, those muscadines. Look here. Here's a big one. See if I can get over in there. Now this is going to be kind of ticky. It's kind of wet down in here. I'd say that's about a 6-inch, 5 to 6 inch diameter, 5 to 6 I'd say on that. And he comes up, and the light's not great here. I apologize for that. You got the contrast, but you see that's a big old, and there's the mosquitoes. Yeah, big old grapevine going up. He goes around, he goes right on up in the tree. On up to the sun. And we'll see you again in a little bit. I keep finding other little things to talk about. So yeah, it's me again. I keep finding other little things to talk about when I walk back up out of here. So I'm gonna have to cut this together in an interesting way. But anyhow, I wanted to tell you, I was thinking about something I hadn't thought about in years. When I was walking back out of here, this is, you know, the road we've been walking on here. Way straight on back that way, way off in that way. It goes downhill a ways and then goes up real steep, and the side of the hill comes out to kind of like a point out there. And there used to be this old red, bright red vinyl couch, like they used to have in the late 40s, early 50s. That sat out there in the woods. I don't know why it was out in the woods, if somebody had just dumped it there, or if that was somebody's setting place. But in the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s, it was still there, because that stuff, I mean, it was made to survive a nuclear blast, I guess. But that was a big landmark for me, that couch. And I used to hang out around there. Squirrels and chipmunks used to be there, and that was a good, if you was wanting to hunt them, that would be a good place to do that. If you're a squirrel hunter, of course, chipmunks ain't much eating, so you don't need shooting them, but they were still there. Deer and turkey and grouse would also come around that area, because it wasn't far out of the woods there. That couch was in the woods. It wasn't far out of the woods. You was in a field. So things like grouse and deer and what are they called? Quail. Sorry, I blanked on that for a minute. Yeah, quail. They like to hang out in zones like that. But anyhow, that and several of these other landmarks I was telling you about, when I was coming up, I always thought it'd be so cool to make like a Tolkien-esque map of these woods and mark all these places on it. And there's a lot of other things, like old roads that used to be here that aren't here anymore. You know, the old red couch. Right over here, I don't know if you can see, under these trees you've been staring at for a while, there's one of those trash dumps. You can see there's a can in kind of the center left. And on to the right of the rightmost tree, you can see there's what's left of maybe a paint can or something. There's another one right there. I don't know if you can see it, kind of center left. Mark some of those trash dumps on here. And I tell you what, if you go over this little rise, it's pretty rough going. But if you walk through the woods right here and you go over the rise, it goes down right much into a holler. Maybe if you walk this way, you can look down in there a little bit. Yeah, the dogs are wondering, why are you going back the other way? Well, you see, now, if you watch this, now you understand why my Fallout playthrough is the way it is, or the Starfield one. You see, this I play those games like I live my life. Just wandering aimlessly, you know. It is what it is. But there's nothing here really to see, but just to sate my own desires or whatever. I just walked right into another cobweb. See, I got one hand on the camera, and sometimes both hands, so I don't have a hand for a spider stick. Oh well. It's, you know, a spider crawling on me is not a big deal. Anyway, you can kind of see that goes down into a draw there. Kind of follow my finger. That's going downhill into like a gully, or what we call a holler around here. Down at the bottom there used to be a schoolhouse. There was an old one-room school. Now that'd be a prime subject for, you know, the Tolkien-esque map, right? As a matter of fact, I went down there digging around one time, and I found the old pot-bellied stove that was in the school. Most of the stove was rotted away, but a door, a couple of the doors that were on it, and an ornamental piece I've got hanging up down in the barn down here that were in that old low gap school. All right, let's see. Yeah, Buddy's going back that way, but we're going the other way. Let's just keep going. I'll just leave the camera on. We may find something else to look at. Come on, Biggie. Come on. I'll just leave it running. We'll cut it out if it sucks, right? We might meet the Brotherhood of Steel out here. You never know. Okay. See the sunlight ahead. Light at the end of the tunnel. Buddy's young. You hear him sprinting off in different ways. I don't know if you can see him. Probably can't. He's brindle, so he wins in pretty good. He always scampers off. Biggie, he's right behind me. I don't know if you can hear him breathing. There he is. See, I stop, he stops. Very well. Oh, look, there's another tick. Let's get that. I give the dogs Brevecto, but you know, he's just come in from tick world. Look here, here's another one. You see that? I can't get it to focus. Another one. These deer ticks. Lyme disease city, baby. Let's have that, Biggie. Come on. Did you think this was the kind of video that you would watch today? De-ticking the dog. He's just come in from somewhere. Like I say, he got those muddy feet someplace. Somewhere where there's water, and the ticks like that. Fortunately, he has white hair. So, and you can see there's one of them. There's the other one. Yeah. They're crawling around on me. Buddy. Okay, so I just dropped them Well, whatever. They're somewhere else now. They're not on me or Buddy, I don't think. That's life in the woods, folks. Yes, yes, Buddy. Let's go. Good. Biggie says, hurry up. I need to get home and get a sandwich. All right, me too. Me too. Now I feel like I have ticks all over me. You ever get that feeling? I don't. I probably just have a spider crawling up my back. But that's fine. Like I say, I spent most of my life out here in the woods. If I was bothered by a spider, I would be worried about myself. Still, you know, that tick feeling. You know, when you find a tick or a bug crawling on you, you know that feeling? You feel like they're everywhere. Yeah, I get that. Even though I'm kind of an outdoorsman, I still have that sensation. So don't feel bad if you feel that way. But what I feel tickling me now, I'm sure, is just cobwebs stuck in what's left of my hair. We're about back to the house. We didn't go super far. One of these days, we'll go on a big walk. Go back to the back side of the place. Way, way, way back. Check out the hunting cabin. Maybe some of the back barns, that sort of thing. And look at all the wonderful, useful property that I've just let grow up like a fool. I tell you, you know, farming's hard business around here, around anywhere. And if I'm not making money on the land, I don't see the need in keeping it all cleared off. You know what I mean? Let it go back to the Indians and the bears, as they say. Now we're coming down off this hill. We're just coming out of the woods. Orient you a little bit. That way you can do like Sniper Wolf and Docksman. Bamboo patches right there in the distance. These are hazelnuts right here. These real stemmy looking things. Those make real good arrow shafts. And they also have good nuts on them. Right over here in the woods is the Dolly Parton truck. If you haven't seen the video on the Dolly Parton truck, that's it right over there in the woods. Kind of right in the middle of the frame now. And the old hen house. That's looking back down to the house and the carport and so forth. You know, it's an humble home, but it works. We got good internet. Look at that. And there you can see those kind of brownish, reddish looking bushes in the middle of the frame. Those are forsythia. And just past that, kind of right here, that's the blackberry patch. There's the mulberry, and then the bamboo is over here. And this is what's going to be a bonfire later. Probably not tonight, because it's going to be a little warm side tonight. But you see all my pumpkins I put there on the log? Actually, Dad did that. I picked the pumpkins. Dad did the decorating. All those pumpkins. There was a whole wagon load, not like a big wagon, but like one of those wagons you pull. Well, you can see it right there. That like a wagon you pull behind the lawnmower. It was slammed full of pumpkins, all on one plant. It came up in my compost pile, and I just let them grow. I was gonna feed them to my little dog that passed away. She likes pumpkin sweet potatoes. She was on kind of special diet. She passed away, and now she's just got a bunch of pumpkins. There's Ted and Buddy. They like to wrestle. Yeah, bud. So yeah, that over there, that's the Dolly Parton truck over there. If you haven't watched the video, there'll be a card coming up. You can just click that. You can watch that if you want to. It's an interesting tale. You're probably wondering, if you haven't seen it, how in the world, what does that have to do with Dolly Parton? I mean, we'll find out. And over here is my little graveyard for my little poochies. I got them decorated. We had two of them leave us about the same time. Sophie and Barkley. Sophie's here. Barkley's over there. He was a basset hound, and she was like a plot hound, blue tick mix. I don't know. She was just various hounds mixed together. She was a great big old dog. And see, right up there, this is a red oak here, but to kind of bring things full circle. Here's the barn we use all the time here. And there's that big oak. We're now on the other side of that big oak. That's where we started out. And you remember me doing the zinnias if you saw that video. Just to give you an update on that. There, look at those marigolds. That's what's right in front of us there. Now that we're closer, I hope that dead cat's helping, because there the winds are blowing now. There you can kind of see here's some of the pumpkins I haven't done anything with yet. There they are. It's about half of them. They're all little things. They're like little pie pumpkins. There they are. A little old pine log up there. Anyhow, yeah, here's some. Hey, we got them everywhere. Like I said, I had planned on Sophie eating them all, but you can see one of the compost heaps is out over there. It's kind of small, but there's one. Blackberries are over there. This is an old horse-drawn hay rake here. Now just kind of a decorative thing. And let's just go on up and look at the fire patch before we wrap it up. Well, look at that. Look at those burning bushes, those red bushes. Those are called burning bushes. Don't they look good? Okay. So we haven't had, there was one real light frost. Didn't hardly even count as a frost. But this fire patch is still going. So what I was telling you about, if you want something that's going to go to frost, well, here, this is it. Look at these marigolds. When you saw them last, they hadn't really kicked into high gear yet, because we were a little late getting them out, but there they are. And the cosmos, look at them. They're still just going crazy. The zinnias, well, I mean, you know, they're still blooming. The foliage is still looking kind of rough. But the bees are still getting an awful lot out of them, especially these marigolds. Are we focused? I don't know. There's all kinds of bumblebees over in there. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're there. I mean, look at that. It's just like it's a carpet. And these are a little different. They've got red on them. I don't know if they came out of a different bunch, because I save the seeds from year to year. Every now and then I'll buy some seeds just to get some new genetic information in, so they don't get bottlenecked. But if you like marigolds, there you go. The bumblebees sure love them. Well, last time you saw those, they were not doing like that. And the zinnias, like I say, they look kind of ragged now, but I'm leaving them here because there's pollinators still getting stuff from them. But they are still blooming. They're still blooming. You could definitely use them for cut flowers. They do real good as cut flowers. Yeah, so there they are. And again, the cosmos. Look at that. When the storm blew them down, I thought about just, doing away with them. I'm glad I didn't, because they're really looking pretty good. Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. There's somebody going down the road there. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. Like I said, I appreciate your time and taking an hour or so out of your day to watch the video. It really means a lot to me. Be sure to like the video if you did like it, and comment below letting me know what you think about it. I look forward to chatting with you. And subscribe if you have not done that. Your support also means everything to me and helps me keep going. I mean, if it wasn't for all of y'all watching, And I know some of you really, really like these videos, so if it wasn't for each and every one of you, I wouldn't bother going out in the woods with a phone and a dead cat cover and talking to myself like a fool. So I hope that you get something out of it. I enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.